Make a maple sea salt latte because after a night of my 5.5-month-old teething, we definitely need some coffee this morning. We use light bright beans.
That was a stinker of a poop.
Okay. We use light bright beans. This is a local coffee shop in Grimes, so we just go get our beans from there because we have an automatic grinder. So we just put the beans in there and then it grinds them down for us into the coffee grounds. But light bright will also grind them down for you if you don't have an automatic grinder. And then this is the maple syrup that I use. So this is just from Costco, but you could use any pure maple syrup. I use 2% Fairlife milk, but you could swap it for any milk that you like in your coffee. And then this is the best creamer of all time. And we just do a little dash of this for a little bit of sweetness. You start with a cup separate from your actual coffee cup, and then I don't ever measure my maple syrup, but it's probably like 1 to 2-ish teaspoons. I'm not sure. That was actually a little bit more than what I usually do, but about 1 to 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Into your maple syrup, you add a couple little like spurts of sea salt. And I know that sounds so weird, but I don't know what it is about salt and espresso. It just like pulls out the flavor, and especially the maple flavor. Zach hates flavored lattes, but when I made this at home and had him try it, this was a latte that he actually liked. So I don't know what it is about the salt, but it's really, really good. We brewed our espresso over the top of that maple syrup and then sea salt. And then I like to take my little hand mixer and whisk it up. This is definitely not something you have to do. I just think that it really distributes the maple flavor throughout the espresso. Then you take your actual coffee cup. So I have my cute little mama cup and I'm going to fill it up. I don't even know how much milk I use. Probably like a half a cup-ish, like around that amount of milk. Like I said, you can do whatever milk that you like, but I started watching at the coffee shops that I go to, like how they make their lattes, because every time I was making it at home, I just felt like it didn't taste the same. So one thing I noticed was that they would always do the milk and then they would add the espresso on top of the milk before adding the ice, because I do an iced latte versus like the milk, adding ice and then adding the espresso at the end. I feel like that automatically waters it down because the espresso melts the ice. So you're going to do your milk. You're going to do a little dash of the Chobani creamer. You don't have to do this, but I think it adds a lot of really good flavor into there. And then you'll take your espresso, maple syrup, and sea salt mixture, add that into your coffee. That's the perfect color if I do say so myself. And then you take a cup of ice, you top her off. The perfect maple sea salt latte at home. Give her a little taste test. Yeah. So needed after last night.